What is up, everyone? In this video, I want to be telling you the little secrets behind millionaires. So this is a very interesting thing I found. In the last few years, especially the last year, I've been consuming a lot of content, whether it's a video, whether it's an interview, a podcast, and any type of interview from tons of successful millionaires. And I've consumed a lot. I'm talking maybe even hundreds. And I found this little thing that really shocked me. It surprised me. And what I found is that oftentimes, not always, but sometimes millionaires have a lot of things that they're a complete mess at. In fact, I was appalled because some of these millionaires, like you look behind the scenes and they're a complete mess. And here I am having studied all this content and I'm like, are you kidding me? That guy's still that unproductive. That guy still doesn't know that you shouldn't, start the day off doing this because it's very unproductive and you're reacting to other people's demands rather than being proactive. And it's very interesting. And basically, long story short, the conclusion or lesson behind that is that you don't need to be perfect to get there. In fact, I've also stopped taking advice and I've really cut down on the amount I will consume from any random millionaire. Why is this the case? Well, it's because after all this content, I've started to find a lot of contradictory, conflicting advice. And that's a common thing when you read or listen to advice from any type of topic, whether it's dating or something else, marketing. I've seen it across the board. And more so than that, the big thing though is that I would rather listen to a billionaire or someone who I really admire, who has the areas that I want in life covered. Because quite frankly, some of these millionaires, I'm like, dude, your family life's a mess. You're struggling. You're stressed out. You have no free time. You're working 90 hours a week. Yes, you're a millionaire, but like all these other things aren't together. And you're stressed behind the scenes. You're pulled in all these different directions. You have 50 different tasks that you have to handle. Everything's a mess. You don't have one product. You're selling 15 different things. And the whole thing's crazy. And basically, I learned that, wow, some of these people are, they're definitely executing and doing a lot of things better than the average person, but nonetheless, they're still a mess. And that's one thing that you'll find. Some billionaires even, they're less of a mess, of course, but what you'll find is that they're really good at one area of things, but everything else, they're average or below average. I mean, I'll just pull a few random billionaires out just to give you an example. Oprah Winfrey, really good at social skills, interviewing, talking to people. That's how she made her money. But despite being a billionaire, all the other stuffs in her life, like cooking, cleaning, laundry, folding clothes, all those things, she's average or below average in. And I recently read an article by someone called Paul Brunson, I think his last name was, and apparently he was like the right-hand man for Oprah and another billionaire for many, many years. And basically, this guy realized that these guys were pretty average in other areas of our life that weren't related to how you made money. And so I think one thing that's important to know is that you don't have to be an expert at everything. You don't have to be an expert chef or a laundry folder. I do think that some key areas in life do bleed into others. So if you exercise daily, that really helps. Like there's tons of science behind how exercise makes you healthier, live longer, more productive, happier, decreases depression, lowers stress, all sorts of things. But most people don't do it. However, the point is that you don't have to be an expert at anything. So basically, in summary, the conclusion for this video is that you don't have to be perfect with everything. millionaires oftentimes are not perfect in a lot of different ways, and some of them are still struggling in terms of productivity. And there's certain things that may have become clear to me that some of them, for whatever reason, they're just unaware of. And oftentimes it's because they were too busy acting on the things that they want to do. They were too busy executing than people like me who spend all the time learning from other people rather than executing. Someone like me may have the opposite problem, lack of execution. Maybe that's you as well. And so you don't have to be perfect. In fact, you can be far from it, but just get started. Uh, they're still trying to figure things out. They're not perfect either. And I've definitely started moving towards billionaires, or at least millionaires, or people. Heck, some of them aren't even millionaires. Some of them are just average salary people, but they have certain other areas of their life sorted out. Maybe that's health, fitness. Maybe that's just the fact that they've created a life that they love, that's chill and relaxing, and makes enough for them to get what they want. And that's something that a lot of people, for whatever reason, they don't have. Some of them have all this money, but they're stressed, pulled in all these different directions, have no time for family or free time, and they have all sorts of high cortisol and hormone levels because they've wrecked their health. Again, those are signs to maybe stay away from that type of person, even if he is financially successful. So, long story short, I've moved more towards learning from people who have certain areas I value undercover. And that usually means health, stress levels, free time, happiness, and fitness. So that's that. And I think the last thing, as I mentioned, is that a great lesson from billionaires is that you don't have to be an expert at all sorts of things, just the things that are in your field. And you can remain average and stay average on certain things outside of that. Those include laundry folding, cooking, cleaning, all sorts of things that don't really require you to be that great in terms of your career path. But for those things that do require you to be great for your career path, take Oprah Winfrey or Michael Bloomberg or Jeff Bezos. In that 1%, whether it's business or in Oprah's case, interviewing and social skills, they make sure to be world class at that. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something. And of course, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below for free updates for new videos. Of course, if you are interested in notifications via email, as well as exclusive detailed information and exclusive stuff that I don't release or goes much deeper, go ahead and check out my email newsletter, which you can find on my blog, which is linked below this video. I'll see you guys later. Peace.